Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again.
5 seconds
BTS Pro
remaining.
Series Day number 5. Blair and Tsunami going to be bringing it to action today. So we hop into another wonderful best of 3 people, my man.
Filled with
Bench.
it's a
Dire
day
team
of grudge matches. It's we got GEEK Fam versus TNC. We got Raven and Cuckoo versus their old masters TNC, and then after that we've got CR versus Fnatic. We've got Mushi and Ohio versus Fnatic. Oh my gosh, potential grudge matches.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm digging it. You can see already the bets down on the bottom.
5
Very
seconds
even.
Radiant team
So a
pick.
little bit of an
Dire
edge towards
team pick.
I'll see if that continuous across the
Dire
matches.
team,
The
Radiant
draft maybe
team pick.
is up. Before we hop into that draft, just real quickly, a quick shout out to our sponsors. Energy keep very, very energized late evenings.
I
Radiant team
I've slightly moved my.
Oh, it's right there.
Oh, it's right there.
It's on the right spot.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Oh, that was crisp.
It's been there hanging from my rafters, but matter. And of course, loot.bet, the official bet. Serious, let's hop into it. Draft has already begun. And
10
right off
seconds
bat,
remaining.
TNC Bounty Hunter, Snapfire, Disruptor, Marsh
5 seconds
messed up for
remaining.
me. Yeah, Bounty Hunter first pick.
This is wildly strange for me because I think in some other regions I was seeing that it fell off for sure. It was more popular when the patch first dropped because a lot of people thought that bounty. But I still see the hero on occasion, and it's also possible that we are seeing a lot of Ricky be picked. Ricky was not banned first phase here, so it may have also been like a preemptive counter pick, but I'm not totally surprised first phase bounty hunter. The only thing that does kind of surprise me is seeing Snapfire picked and Nyx Assassin not banned.
Dire team ban.
Yeah, well, it was that second phase, and this would have been
Dire
the first
team,
half for there.
Radiant
Opted
team,
to
pick
take out the
Dire
Monkey King.
team.
Well, so they are giving them the name if they want it, but Fam say no, we want to take this puck, the position 4 puck, presumably. It could be something else, much more. Now, that Timber saw taken, so you got amazing control for the Timber coming from GEEK Fam right now, but not that much damage actually.
10
At least the
seconds
damage that you have
remaining.
is pretty heavy on magic.
Yeah.
5
Static
seconds
Storm,
remaining.
They have the, I guess, the burst damage of a God's Rebuke, even though it's technically physical damage. Good way
Radiant
to
team
burst
pick.
down.
Witch Doctor.
Maybe it, yeah, okay, so it's a core puck. I think after seeing the Timbersaw, they would feel very, very. Give it Carl. You just need to figure out a good safe laner to go up against. TNC banned out the
10
Monkey
seconds
King.
remaining.
Slark is still a possibility. Ursa is just not that
5
popular
seconds
these days,
remaining.
but that would be another possibility. Yeah, I don't know. This is a big draft for sure, though.
Yeah. Well, and I think that, you know, there's a couple of different ways to deal with the That's why you take. Really surprised that with Snapfire and Timber, GEEK fam did not go Nick. Nick
Right,
wrecked both
yeah.
of those heroes. Like that's intense. I guess that's just some
Dire team ban.
Sephiroth. I feel like I've seen him play it before, and now you've got this Elk. Like, so I agree with you that against the Timber Saw, you know, the Puck Knight did some good magical damage to help deal with him if it stays on equal. But now with Timber and Alk, like all of this damage is capped off. Maledict in a way is pretty nice, but I'm really worried about damage issue.
10 seconds remaining.
The enormous heroes.
Pretty
5 seconds remaining.
Slart game.
Okay.
Minimal control, and whatever control that they do have is pretty telegraphed. You should be able to Dark Pick react to Cookie or take off track or the Unstable Concoction. A great way to win against Saw. Really, I can think of that they didn't pick the next Assassin Force that and that makes like Disruptor 5. The Disruptor having to support is probably going to be not a great winner, and so maybe they want like a really strong fight so that one be able to handle the Timber Saw. But I don't know. I'm with you that like there's definitely a substantial lack of damage here.
And I mean, again, like if Timber Saw gets off to, you're able to control him through his, shut down his. It could be really. I guess I'm thinking ahead to him being.
Radiant team.
Maybe that's the idea from
ban.
GEEK fam is don't let him get to that position. Banned out now. Should also mention real quickly the standings for each of these. Fam would really love to be able to get a win here. Lost 2 matches so far.
Radiant
White and
team
Fnatic, which
pick.
you're perfectly fine with losing those
Dire
matches.
team
Probably the 2 best
pick.
teams in the tournament right now.
Legion Commander.
Against TNC, who are 1-1, don't want to be dropping map. Pick up a Legion Commander now, so hard disable and dispel. Help keep the other cores alive. That does mean
Timber?
or mid or safe lane.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
They could do safe lane Timber against Mars.
Yeah, I mean, really, either of the matchups are, and they're not great. They'll both like technically lose mid. So probably better against him. So still kind of leaning to her towards a mid elf. Slark
Go
was the
ahead.
last ban,
Select your
so
heroes.
GEEK are forced to pick up Morphling instead, which does solve the damage issue, but the lane is not going to be that strong. Or, well, let's see how they distribute these 3 heroes. So KP is going to be the Legion Commander, Gabby on the Timber Saw, and Arm. So it will be a mid.
Yeah, I mean hypothetically they could still. That's what look. Both of these players can, but you would. I don't know. I think that Gabby is. Interesting. Yeah, I like the Morphling pick. That was actually the one that I was gonna suggest if Clark and the Mark Bounty Hunter watch as well. Have to keep an eye on his connection to see if he can stay in the game.
True.
Shoot for. Okay. But yeah, stuff. Let me. If Bed is more favoring here.
I'm not thrilled. GEEK Shams like they had better. So the first phase goes the way it goes, just because I mean Bounty Hunter Snapfire is very strange open. I have no issue. And then after that, they pick up the puck. I don't really know if GEEK Fam have GEEK Fam played that much position puck, or
They mainly just us, right?
yeah, exactly. Like, that's just been Zephyr's go-to, and so I primarily planning on. So they were
Cuckoo
kind
does
of.
play it too.
That's true. So it could have been
really
an
should
offline,
prepare
so it could
for
have been a
battle.
3 position. but still, it was going to be a core, and so they picked that core, and first I got picked afterwards. I don't know. Overall, I feel like TNC have a better draft, but I can see a win condition for GEEK fan of music.
That was genius.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, it's a good expression, except it was over going through the face
Yeah.
down.
It seemed like whenever someone's win condition, shouldn't the caster be telling me what the win condition is specifically rather than just saying win condition?
Yes, I agree.
Giving the context of it.
You have to identify what that can do.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, like they need to find a. I get what you're saying, but I think it does describe some of the things, right? Like get Raven here.
Correct.
Heroes. See, it's gonna be a match. We're already starting out with Paul Zephyr back there trying to get the internet working.
Dude, he rage quit because he's not playing Tusk this game. Like, screw this. Are you getting me out to play a different hero? Does have the Dota Plus silver disruptor though, so somewhat in his wheelhouse.
This you know how there's like an inflection, like heroes that get into show around and at that point zoom in on it. This is either like forehead of the writing or just disruptor's cry. One of the two, and either case is not great, but you know,
Gripping it, that's for sure.
That was
well,
genius.
we got the one person back into it, so Zephyr, he's gonna be in the air again, and we're ready to get started. Easy peasy. Gabby heading down bottom. Looks like here where he wants to go, so they're probably looking to dodge. Imagine dodging the.
I think they more just want to get a really good matchup versus the Est. I don't really think that GEEK fam need to be concerned about strength of any of the lanes that they have.
30 seconds
It's
to
possible
battle.
that a Morphling mid would be stronger against Alchemist
Is
rather
this
than a
on?
Puck mid. Both of them would win mid, but Morphling may be able to abuse an Alchemist a bit more. Just like a 6 armor straight out the base. Alchemist, he gonna have 3. He's. I think that
Genius.
to slap the Alch around a bit more.
Here I am.
The battle
Love
begins.
back and forth here. Carl already chase him a bit further. Taking the Shadow Walk level. That's really interesting. We haven't seen a ton of that. Like taking the early Nada. Man, he bullied Carl back real hard there. Be able to go in for another round. Carl, careful here.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to see Shadow Walk. Janata is just so good at level 1 at trading, whereas you're not going to be like rolling around from lane to lane doing some sneaky stuff then. Because he went over with Venom all, he didn't even go for it. But he's doing a great job of rolling without Janata. Are they going aggressive early on?
Base there. Snap fire down bottom. Gabby is all. Not able to get any. Eyes out there early on.
Courier on the way back. Oh. See that one. It's about okay. So you get the Shadow Walk.
Courier kills are like not valuable at all.
That was genius.
Bottom.
Yeah, you get some Mingoed up. I mean, Gabby desperately needs found out by Zephyr, who takes the strike at level 1.
Zephyr's got it, but just early. Run into Mark here. They're gonna Timber Chain. Ooh. Timber Chain and Reactive. Oh god. I don't know about this. This is looking rough here. It's gonna have to go 1-1-1, I think, though, right? Like, it's so valuable Great hits
First
with that.
blood.
Yes, first blood. Carl goes down up top.
Oh, that happened. He had illusory orb, but he goes down. He got confused. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm anticipating Gabby's gonna have to go for some source of damage, because if Bounty Hunter came down here, then, I mean, Bounty Hunter's not a lane support. He wants to kill people, he wants to scare off the enemy very effectively. So I'm anticipating that Gabby is gonna have to take his third point for Whirling Death, but he's not having a great look right now. I don't really know if it was worth March's time to spend the first minute to get the courier kill, and he did successfully block the camp, and as a result, his teammates were able to get first blood, but it comes at the cost of this Timbersaw's early experience.
That was genius.
Oh, here.
Genius.
Gabby pushed power there. He does have level 3 now. Second point. He's able to survive in this. Get too aggro yet. I mean, it is a lot of damage that comes from Zapper just from strike. Real annoying to play against. So having that active region.
Now Bounty Hunter needs to be careful.
Oh, much. It's like he's gonna be safe there. They aren't at the kill out to him right now. Is there any extra region? No region in this lane. I don't know what March does now. Like, take over the outpost? Play, I guess?
Courier? Yeah, again, like, he's not a great lane support. Bounty Hunter's builder is typically trading 1-to-1. He's not. He manages to hit level 2, but he hasn't stolen like any gold yet from the disruptor, which isn't that significant. It's more just the damage that's the bigger deal.
Try and get some. Mark. Other than Cane Rune up top, Tim Caramel. I mean, the about it with this draft for TNC is that it's like unbelievable greedy, right? Like if you do manage to get away with this and you get into the mid game with taking fights on track, that stuff, like you're gonna be really happy. But that's the sort of condition, is you need to be able to find fights. Work. Bottom lane. Yeah. Gabby can the pull. Here as well. Straight hits as Timber Chain jumps through, take creeps, misses on the spear. Trying to farm this out.
Nope. All Bounty Hunters trying to hunt some bounties. 5-minute mark. Maybe this is why. If you're gonna pick an alchemist, it's very convenient to have a hero that can just scoop up these bounty runes. Zephyr wisely doesn't even bother checking his own one. If he hasn't seen that for a while, I think pretty positive. He's starting to roam around. Still doesn't have any boots though. And the other thing that kind of sucks is that you have a 5 position who is like not stacking at all for Alchemist. There are no stacks whatsoever.
Yeah, it's real. This is the like Roy Courier thing. He's gonna catch this one backside, which he should be able to get without too much trouble here.
Yeah.
Dyer's
Courier goes down.
has been slain.
5 gold. Nice. Back towards bottom.
Travels with
Okay.
How did he solo kill on Mars?
I mean, you know, Timber's pretty good. Whirling Death's pretty amazing.
What? I mean, it was 1 point in Whirling Death and 1 point in Timber Chain. That's at most.
I don't know.
Unless if he
it's cuckoo things.
planted like 5 trees or something and got like a bunch of bonus damage from Whirling Death. Oh, Zephyr dies also. Or no, his Courier dies. No.
This is March's happy zone now. Walking back here.
Great. I mean, hopefully he can find experience also.
Couriers. Happen. Oh, he knows.
Brace
Put on
yourself
out.
for sad tidings.
Got a crown. They got another courier.
Structures
Zephyr snipes out the Timber Saws, so it's going both ways. The other thing is they've committed 2 observer wards for this.
Yes.
He puts
But look, he's gonna get it.
Yeah.
Fire's courier has been slain.
Want cookies?
Dude, this is the most kills March has ever gotten in Dota. Look at this man, he's wild.
He's on a spree.
You might wish to retract your last
Yeah, he has
move.
absolutely no experience.
Strange to say, Radiant's
Tim
middle
taking over mid for a second. Ready to go again. Okay. Gonna TP in, so March goes up. Can't do anything, but he gets some XP to him.
Oh man, that Witch Doctor come.
March. That looks like it's gonna happen. Time Armel. Actual farming up the jungle a little bit.
Yeah, because they know that this bounty hunter isn't creating stacks, they also don't need to be like half PN's camps or like figuring out where he's farming the jungle. So both those supports just roam mid. They haven't even set up any like sentry wards to block camps in the jungles. They're kind of free to do whatever they want. Witch Doctor's level 4, Disruptor's level 4. Meanwhile, March just now hit level 3.
Bounty or courier kills. Mel picked up a trusty. They are
ladies and gentlemen.
they're getting I need another courier goes down. Make it happen.
Oh yeah.
Down bottom. Gabby trying to live. Okay. Hey, has a timber chain away. Okay, he missed the timber chain. That's fine. It was all a bait ploy, an elaborate plan. Jumps away. Not gonna happen. Hurry. March is here.
Just here.
One of the most ridiculous games. Like March normally is like, you know, there making sure everybody's having a good time. He's like, today I'm just gonna take Curry.
I'm gonna have a good time today. Yeah, I mean, managing to successfully snipe out Morphling's power treads, definitely worthwhile. He immediately pinged the cliff because Raven had specifically sent it on a very weird path to hopefully dodge out there, but it did not work. And now all this couriers, I'm seeing all these couriers move very, very peculiar directions.
Oh, March, he's going for it. He's going for
Oh,
he's
you
too
know,
late.
he's still going to get it. Oh, the tower? It doesn't matter.
To retract your last
Another
move.
innocent slain for
Control.
our amusement.
I wonder.
My new favorite thing.
I mean, the net worth, it's kind of difficult to say because there is an alchemist on the Radiant side, but, you know, 3K
Right.
at 9.5 minutes, nothing to sniff at.
Get this one too. No. Taking a long walk back. They have to know that these are warded. So like the
They
easiest
are
courier
looking
snipe wards ever.
Yeah.
Robust.
But at the same time, I think that they just don't even care. They were probably put up in like the, I don't know, 3 minutes, and now they get a maledict on the Gabby. And they
Back in and the spear afterwards. Well, they are actually not going to be able to find the full kill, at least at the start here. Starting on the white barn, trying to see if they can get the kill. The snap penalty goes down. Managed to blow up one. Now Cuckoo. Away from there. Okay.
And another 3 money ravens go with Radiant. Yet again, Alchemist pretty thrilled about this. Has this relic somewhere, imagine, coming in on the courier? Yeah, relic coming in on the courier. So easily on track for 11.5 minute Radiant, which is pretty excellent.
One downside to this. 10 minutes.
True.
But that's okay. You know, he'll catch back up. Everybody's so much higher level.
Yeah, but I am actually not that scared for it because the hardest part is the looking phase and you
Right.
basically being one down the entire lane. Is once Bounty Hunter starts participating in some kills, which his team can definitely get kills, as we saw there, the Snapfarl just casually picking up a Witch Doctor. The Legion Commander is probably going to start dueling soon. She's actually going for a very tanky build with the Hood first into what's looking like finishing off the full pipe. Actually,
Gabby? He knew. Oh, no, Raven! He missed the chain! Try and pull back in Gabby to be able to find that. We're back on top of the ground and Gabby's just dead now. And he has been just tanking through ganks, like, over and over.
he's also been whiffing a lot of, like, him and now Raven have been whiffing a lot of chains, but he was dead regardless. So he goes down.
Courier's like
I know.
hanging along the top there. Pissed.
People are not used to playing against Bounty Hunter, otherwise it's the way it generally goes. And I'm sure.
Well, shows up. Radiant's gonna punch down Zephyr, finds a kill. Can they get some more? Got snap penalty over onto Whitemon. Another good spear stops the chase. At least onto him, but Armel does not look like he will be denied as he down Whitemon. Will find that kill. Going up with the Radiance. Armel doing it.
Meanwhile, there was a dream coil up top
is
and
under attack.
arrow dodge on that chop
Not in
room.
a good way.
Still has to kind
Careful.
of he's out of mana.
Yeah, Carl's dead.
No,
Nicely played by Gabi there. Pick up the kill. Talk a little bit
And
afterwards.
he's-
He loves.
Man, Raven can't even pick up the Tempest. So, it's going well. TNC, freaking 8k up. Even with an Alchemist and a Bounty Hunter, that's still quite substantial. 13. And they've donated a lane to March, so Coil was used on March. I imagine that Puck was trying to get a solo kill, but the Timber Saw couldn't protect. Now March is gonna hit level 6. I don't know. I'm assuming he probably took the kill.
Gabby. Oh, nicely played. That's an Invis rune right there. Did it to him. That was sick. I was just waiting. I was like, I know what he's doing. He's just waiting for him to walk over into these trees. That bonus damage.
Dire's middle tower is under
Excellent
attack.
this game. Solo killing the Mars. Solo killing the Warbling. Now solo pushing mid. Well, bot.
Dire's middle tower
Fire.
is under attack.
Yeah, it doesn't matter for him dying, but Cuckoo, in the meantime, gonna get chased down, possibly.
Track is
Or
up.
shows up.
That Dire's
3 points in short.
has fallen.
Backwards mid. Yeah, it's weird because Gabby has died a couple of times on Timbersaw, which is normal bad, but it's been because they rotate like 4 heroes to his lane, and that
Yeah.
gives the space for Arm.
Oh, and AP. So finish the pipe. He's locking his hood right now, so he can get the double spell shield on the first combat. But I am a little surprised that despite having a bounty hunter on his team, he didn't go for like Hamlet or the blade. Instead, he goes for a purely even though his team like is pretty tanky. Like Armel went for double bracer on the Alchemist, so he's good. Gabby's a Timbersaw who also has a hood of his own, so
Dire's
he's
top
good.
tower is under attack.
It's a
I
very
repeat
defensive
myself?
build from KG, but I guess they have confidence that their Alchemist should be able to out-carry it more.
Dire's top tower is being attacked like nobody's business.
Yes.
Doesn't do anything for him. Selfless guy.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And someone has to.
Dire's
March, if you having all
structures are
this
fortified.
fun with Bounty Hunter. His shovels on cooldown,
Dire's
March.
top tower has
You could be
fallen.
getting even more bounties to hunt.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Pupils picked up now. Okay.
Radiant's
Nice.
bottom tower has fallen.
Guys. We're just gonna fire right now. Our TP up top, push up. I mean, it's still just a huge problem with like, even if they have enough damage to deal with Gabby, then afterward there's nothing left in the tank to kill off Armel. I just think they didn't draft enough damage, and
Or the other
they need the more
way around.
huge.
Even if they pour it all into Armel, then they're not gonna be able to finish off Gabby.
Whitemon managed to get the stuff off, but it is not gonna matter. Raiden found. Do they break? No. Get out.
Give me my fight recap. That was like a 500 net worth
Yeah.
Witch Doctor kill
When they're ahead.
when they're ahead. Yeah.
BK out. Dagger afterwards. I don't think that they're even thinking about like the out carrying factor. I think they're just
Dire's
thinking you're
bottom
going to
tower
end
is
by
under
like
attack.
25 minutes. That's
Dire's structures are
BKB.
cunningly
It's going
fortified.
for now. This is what he wants
It
to
would
do.
appear
Yeah, I don't
Radiant's
think
top
it's so much
tower
for
is
build. I
under
think it's
attack.
gonna be on the league.
Sorry, I just noticed that Dire's bottom tower is
God,
Radiant's
Timbersaw's also getting a
structures
pipe?
are beautifully
Word?
fortified. Radiant's
Okay,
top
they're
tower
doing it,
is
man.
under attack.
Intrigued.
I mean, think about like all of their damage is magical.
Yeah, especially since Morphling is gonna be completing the full shotgun
Dyer's
equip.
bottom tower is under attack.
But still, like, you're really all in at this point. If you don't manage to end the quick
Radiant's top tower is
attack,
under attack.
Damn, Joust there, duel. He won.
Bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I get what you're saying. It is a little bit strange. Things sort of fall apart a little bit, and that's always a bit of a worry.
Under attack. At work.
That's not going to happen.
The Raven.
Play. March looking.
Alright, well, E-Blade is online now for Raven. The thing is that you're fighting into 1.5 pipes. Let's see, how far away is Gabby? Okay, he's still got some time, but KP just waiting for the first team fight to unleash the pipe. But they spoke up, and they're looking for this timber saw. He got a Yule's concluded.
Finish it. Chase, E-Blade, Yule Scepter, lift up, not gonna connect. Now, in some trouble, Raven. Gotta walk out of here. The rest are together as well, so on to two chase down coming from KP, misses on the spear. Snapfire ultimate gonna start to connect as well. Timberpaint, ooh, they turn it down.
I think the Snapfire ultimate really teared it down, and he hit the cons over. They're still tracking him down.
Looking for more. Stun's gonna go out there on to Cuckoo. Here. Cuckoo is just a couple. It's been a tough game for the Mars.
Kill.
So double kill comes out, double track kills, 4 them out of the lane, and Carl is just gonna hand a creep wave if possible.
Oh yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is
BOT rush puck.
Has that
Wow,
ever been
okay.
a cause for celebration? Amount of stress.
I wonder why.
Middle tower
Base, cut waves or whatever, but I
any
know.
fool can see. Radiant's bottom
who's dealing
tower
damage
is being
then?
subjected to
I
extreme
mean-
violence.
The problem with the draft. I don't know. It's hard.
Radiant's
Oh
bottom
man,
tower
now they have a
is
DD
under
rune. This
attack.
could be easy
Has
roach.
that ever been
You don't need
cause
a
for
bit-
celebration?
Anything.
On in, up in the nether shawl. Probably gonna be passed over to the table if I had to guess. Snapfire for me. Okay, I guess it's all magical damage, whatever.
True. I mean, if Armel completes this first Aghanim Scepter and gives it to the Bounty Hunter, Nether Shawl with the Shuriken, hell yeah, let's go.
It's interesting. Like I think that this situation that we have now, where you have less bans in the later stages, is really gonna start to kind of expose drafting. Like you can't come in and just like solve your drafting problems through banning out heroes that would be hard to deal with.
Under
You
attack.
kind of have to draft from the beginning, and it feels like the Geek Fam have kind of fallen in a problem now where they just didn't have but magical damage, really. I mean, Morphling can do stuff later, but he definitely doesn't have it now.
They could have solved a lot of this in the second phase, though. Like no one was forcing them into such a late recovery by being like. So they second phase the puck and
The Witcher.
not a great second phase after what TNC already had out in the field. So they may have
had
just been too tunnel
Snapfire
vision.
Bounty.
Oh, he gets a Yule's onto Carl. Yeah, Snapfire Bounty, and then alternated into Timbersaw. Once the Timbersaw comes up, then you need to really start thinking hard about what's the key's potential here, because it's requiring a lot of our because we have to put so much energy
is being
into
attacked
this.
like nobody's business.
I don't remember if the Timber Stuff was before or after the puck, but whenever that came out, that was the pick that really changed the draft, and then the Alp was like, put the finishing touches on it. Granted, you have Geek Fam that are going to push down bottom here and try and force some people back.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Are going to see a couple. Gabby shows up.
Radiant's bottom
Free play,
tower is
himself
under
in too much
attack.
danger.
Has that ever been
And run away. Although, are they going to be able to get out? Scepter lift up. Coming. KP's got his man in the sight. He's going to be able to find him. Going to be able to kill him. Victory. Why not?
And the rest of his team is camping in this jungle because once you confirm that the Disruptor had no backup whatsoever, like that the man to be alternating to the jungle, southern. gigantic right now. 21,000 net worth, full hard bid, as well as the BKB.
Got 1,000 GP before they start taking towers. What? He's big.
To be fair, getting Trusty Shovel is like arguably one of the best things that you can get as an Alchemist team. It's like as good as Iron Tree with a Protector on your team and your one items.
The other thing is that those courier kits early on accelerating us. Not like a ton of gold.
Dire's bottom tower is
Decent amount.
under attack.
Now going to try push for possibly high ground. We'll see. I mean, they've got this one creep wave back towards bottom. Cuckoo
In a blow to
and
the
cut the
Dire,
wave, but
their bottom
I
tower
think the
has
TNC are gonna
fallen.
stop here.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Big straight
Oh my
initiate.
god. Yeah, no disruptor. He has tieback. I'm gonna be forced to use it right now as they lay in the Snapfire gobs. Looking for a point. I've seen what this can do. It's gonna be forced to orb back behind the enemies, and they do manage to get the creep wave.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is
Force
under
back.
attack.
Take down the
I
tower.
have no reason
I'm
Radiant's
surprised that the Disruptor bought back. They want to go. It seems like the rest of his team is well tier defense.
Yeah.
Still pushing out bot. Morphling was mid. Took him down, but
They're just making him uncomfortable this entire time. But they're going to have a blink available in a second. Jump forward onto poor old Raven. And guess what? They are going to duel him and kill him.
Strange to
Goodness.
say, Radiant's middle tower
Wow.
is under attack.
Yeah, it's looking real bad, fam. My goodness.
Well, too bad.
Ooh.
That was genius.
Damn.
cutting in the world won't save you now.
Greetings! Greetings!
We're just having a ball this game.
No, dude, this guy gets out here, get the little net worth for himself, and suddenly he feels the coolest guy on the street. Hell.
Starts all chatting trash talk. Wow. Mighty fall.
You're
Radiant's
feeling good
middle
at
tower is under attack.
jokes. And I'm sure for the enemy team, like the most infuriating thing ever. You're just back there, like, just gritting your teeth and just like, mad. Regardless. High ground.
Walks into the sentry.
You're gonna pay for this insolence. Wait, oh god, run away. Trying to escape. Static storm down. Gabby shows up. Arch turning, trying to beat down Zep. Whale gonna be used. You'll slip their lift up. They're not going anywhere. Be able to get out with Zephyr possibly, but looks like Whitemon is going to be down. Timber chain interrupted. Got Shuriken if he wants to throw it. Saving that one so Whitemon can't leak you out. He meets on the other side of the map. Zephyr pulled back. Both the supports die. Well, looking like they're gonna try and find Cuckoo. Oh. Jump away. It expires.
Man, he's holding on. But I mean, I guess it is spell damage, so your unstable concoction probably hits super hard. But not what I was expecting. I mean, he only has 5 armor. It's not very encouraging for a hero that has 24,000 worth. It's so strange.
They do. It didn't.
Yeah. I mean, eventually Morphling is going to pierce as a right clicker. I know he is still very dependent on the shot.
Oh my god, KP, he just outplayed him so hard. He
To reach
pulled him down around. Oh my god.
Try hard.
All for Radiant.
Chat. Oh, so good.
The rich get richer.
Oh,
Oh, they're
Six.
still dancing with each other.
Scepter lift up. Jump away looking for Krieg. The game's
The Eagles.
there. They're gonna try and push now with this next wave, it looks like. Bottom lane, Carlos here to cut the wave yet again. KP finds him. Good jump away. All right. Here's.
Track's about to start. It should be soon.
Here.
Radiant's top tower is
Where it
under
doesn't get
attack.
sniped there. Mel.
Behold!
way, throws it on top lane. Geek Fam are doing what they need to do.
Sure.
They're cutting these waves constantly, making it impossible to stop.
I'm
So
surprised that TNC are just like not dedicating to one lane. They're kind of playing into Geek Fam's hand by chasing them all around the map. Carl, even if Carl dies at this point, he has done more than enough to buy time for Raven's morph. But instead, TNC they're just kind of like, oh my god, there's a hero there. Now KP is down here tanking a static storm.
quite find that disruptor. Oh boy, off smart. Going on to, oh no, that's good. Raven, he's run away. Sun is going to land. Keep chasing. He's got the duel, and it will find that kill on.
The boss said you had to go.
Again, like, I mean,
They
you
don't
look
have
at
a
it,
creep wave.
they're doing a really good job of like making sure that you never have a creep wave on TNC, but it is so hard to play. Like, eventually you need to be able to win a fight. That's how it works.
I believe so, yeah. They have no
Zephyr's
creep
gonna be
waves.
down here.
They can't push, despite Morphling being dead for 30 seconds. You'd think that a team with 2 patches they actually would end up finishing off the second fight. It doesn't make sense, but a team with a push should be able to keep at least one wave alive for a while. But they're not like babysitting the waves. They killed off the Disruptor bot, and now they're just letting that wave walk up. Now they're trying to track down Whitemon, get that kill.
Monster kill. Ownage.
As this is happening, I would imagine we're gonna see probably
Dyer's top tower is being attacked like
I mean, the other thing is
nobody's
that
business.
it can be like there's times where Puck can just kill a wave babysitting it. We're about to see right here to some extent, right? Jumps in, silence,
Dyer's
gets
middle
out.
tower is under an
So it's annoying as hell,
amount of stress.
but that one at least broke through the
Dyer's
backdoor.
structures
course.
are fortified. Dyer's middle tower is under
Not
attack.
even bothered to wait for the H.
I
We'll
feel
come back in
like a
1 minute.
broken record.
Creep wave is arriving slowly.
Dyer's
Carl.
middle
And
tower.
now they're... Well, what? Yeah, okay, good. Kill them, please.
They punished that
Yeah.
one. He still did manage to get the waves. And then you look at these other waves, and like bottom Raven is pushing this one out. Fam are going to try and probably kill this wave as well. But they're going to have the backdoor protection disabled towards mid, and then they can move up towards top after. So they take it down. Gabby's like, let's just go tier 4. And they're like, we'll take it safe. Yeah, what an anticlimactic
Raven's
end.
pushing bot, so... Again, it's not free.
Mega kill.
Well, it's a little
It's a
free.
little free. He needs to cancel Raven's TP. The Raven can come back to the fight now.
Zephyr's here too. They're just fighting over the side while the base is going
Gabby's
down.
okay with the Voltus. Come B2 me, bro.
Whatever you want to do. Bloodstone heal, keeping them up. They throw some extra stuns, trying to stop the push, but they have the wave, they have the catch. He killed
The Disruptor
okay.
won't B2.
They had enough. Wow, what a stomping. Over 1,000 TPM by the Owl. TNC just completely destroys Japan. In one of the most anticlimactic endings I think I've ever seen. Doesn't even have a fight.
Nope.
Radiant team ban.
The official betting spots at BTS Pro Series.
Dire team
Neil,
ban.
last
Radiant
game,
team ban.
it did not look pretty in the big stinking alchemist all over the map, farming all the creeps. It was
Dire team
terrifying.
ban.
New draft though, new game. See how it goes.
Clearly the problem was the bounty hunter. Immediately first phase, first banned by GEEK fam. So March is not allowed to have fun. To be fair, TNC also for banning out his Tusk. So it's like compromises have to be made. But hopefully GEEK fam have a little bit more well-rounded
10
approach
seconds
to this
remaining.
game 2. Game 1, they had no answers.
5 seconds
They
remaining.
didn't have any answers to the lane. They tried to scrape up an answer by sending the Morphling mid versus the Alchemist. We ended up even not really being able to pay that much attention to that lane because the other two went so catastrophically. But it didn't seem like any of the lanes won. It didn't seem like they had any opportunity to make their team fight draft have a team fight. So, little bit more slow approach hopefully in game.
Agreed. And I think part of the reason back and I looked at the pick Puck and then picked after that. So they're opening like Disruptor. Those heroes are like sort of AoE oriented damage, and then as a snore that from thank you wasn't. Then they have this like
team
giant
pick.
ball of this. It's like, okay, you're already pretty far down the path of like not having very high damage, and I think the idea was, okay, maybe with this doctor we can like, you know, maledict and have Timber bad game like that. But I think then afterwards the clear that okay,
10
we really
seconds
don't
remaining.
have a way to go with this.
Dire team pick.
Yep.
And that's what I mean. We're about like nowadays. I think you're gonna need to be able to identify the problem draft before that phase of it. You know, all these bans that happen early. Yeah, I think that's a
Which again, like I feel like it was GEEK fam's second phase that was their undoing, so they didn't even need to wait. Because
10
the Witch
seconds
Doctor,
remaining.
what was the Witch Doctor plan? Unless if they were always planning on
5
picking Morphling,
seconds
then I guess you
remaining.
can kind of have a pretty good lane support because the healing ward is so effective with a Morphling. But aside from that, or sorry, the Voodoo Restoration, but aside from that, like the Witch Doctor, not a great answer to Timbersaw in general, just because Maledict takes so long to deal damage, and Timbersaw's healing up the entire time. Maledict depends on how much damage is done
Radiant
between
team
ticks. So we'll already okay. So this is a way stronger opening. This is already like an inherently strong lane if they want to pair them together. If Grimstroke's a 5, then he can deal damage independently. And Centaur also a very strong laner compared to who also seemed a little bit off balance on the Mars. He was missing quite a few spears. He ended up solo dying to
10
Timbersaw
seconds
in lane.
remaining.
Whereas the Centaur, it's basically impossible.
5 seconds remaining.
yeah, it's true. It's pretty. I mean, I take offense to that.
What do you mess up? What could you possibly
I don't
mess up?
know. I've
not
gotten
press R in
Stampede
time?
stolen before, which should because you pop retaliate after you
Sure.
cast Stampede. No, there's been a lot of things. Just accidentally hit. Yeah, I agree. It's a. I feel like it's a hero right now. That Grimstroke is like a cool little answer for the Timbersaw if run that again, right? Now the thing that I'd be concerned about is they got an IO first phase.
Radiant
I am
team,
worried
Dire
about the
team
fact
back.
that they don't have anything that like deals already like massive amounts of damage just right off the bat. I would want to see like GEEK maybe pick up something like heavy burst, but also not the magical damage. That was a problem.
Or anything that is effective at jumping on the backlines. Either of those
10
approaches.
seconds remaining.
But I'm curious to see if TNC are
5
a
seconds
good
remaining.
IO team. I kind of don't really associate Southeast Asia being IO teams. Is he? Because I mean, generally, in Southeast Asia are the last holdouts of becoming strong. We haven't even seen IOB first phase ban at all. Any of these. So I'm surprised to see it. If they can pull it off, that's great, because it's a very, very strong hero. Curious to see what they'll pair it up with. Usually we're seeing IO paired up with like two different heroes. One in the lane and then one in the mid to late game. Brewmaster's just going to be their offlane, so not a very popular offlaner, but so a pretty good one dealing with a sense makes Stampede kind of unreliable an escape maneuver, and cyclone people, and fight.
So Tim's has a 70%
seconds remaining.
professional games, but the last match that they played
5 seconds remaining.
before that was like,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Radiant
Strong win
team
rate,
but yeah,
not a particularly.
they played it a lot in Chengdu made. Obviously they won.
Right.
So it is something that
Dire team
they've worked
pick.
on, and I think that he has it down. It's so much easier to play IO nowadays. God, pretty banned AA first pick overall. Holy crap! Look at all the heal.
Definitely feels like an easy Alchemist game again, if they want to go for it. And yet again, Geek Fam. I mean, at least they're going for a lot of damage. I just hope that they're again not going too tunnel visiony, because I've seen the Grimstroke Lich combination fail because everyone's just so hyped up on the team fight aspect of it. Much as how we saw in the previous game, you're never allowed to, because the enemy team never gives you a 5v5. We'll see if they can do it this time. But at least they're not lacking in damage, and at least their lanes are very strong, because Lich is a strong laner. All these heroes are very,
5
very, very
seconds
strong.
remaining.
So I'm significantly more encouraged.
I agree with that. I think that the Lich Ricky lane is wrong. Against the Brewmaster with either an IO or the Oracle, expecting the IO Brew, that is a really hard lane to, though. Brewmaster has kind of been slept about how good he is. Better than if it ends up being. It's always that like weird timing, right? Where like if mid-game team fights are like determining who wins, having these heroes that just sell it controlling in the midst of those team fights, they become way better.
Assuming you're not hamstrung by your cooldown dependence.
Right.
That has always been Brewmaster's downfall.
Yeah.
Dire team ban.
Admiral
Fourth pick,
Kunkka.
Kunkka. God, dude, look at this. Like, how are you gonna kill any hero right now? You've got boat buff, you've got Oracle and IO heal. What are they gonna? Because they do still need to get damage. What do they round out this draft with for oriented
10
hero?
seconds
The
remaining.
carry of some kind that
5 seconds
deal a lot
remaining.
of damage and
They can go. Wait. Morphling's banned, Gyro's banned, DK's banned.
anticipating it's again.
Radiant
I guess that
team
hypothetically
ban.
side lane Kunk.
I'd be down for like a. Yeah. I mean, it's not an easy Slark game, but you have an Io and an Oracle. You have that much in terms of get out of jail free. Get kind of greedy.
Radiant team, Dire team.
Red.
What if there's Bristle?
Nice. Well done. Heals for days. Yeah.
Disgusting. This draft is gross. Get me out of this game. Play against the like. How do you play against this?
I don't know how Ricky's. Especially.
10 seconds remaining.
There's no one. There's no one that he can kill. The Oracle is going
5
to be
seconds
standing
remaining.
10 million miles back because he just needs to feed heals into the IO, who will also be standing far back because he's just going to be standing behind the Bristleback. So it's just going to be a conga line of heals.
What do you think about a Viper? Is that hero too dead? I'm trying to think of. I mean, even if you break him,
Choose your hero, my good friend.
that's kind of cool. Those heroes don't have a ton of int.
Yeah, but it takes so long to build up stacks now, and you are not going to be able to like weave in and out of fight because of Kunkka. It's literally and Brewmaster. So, like I was saying, that the Cyclone's a very effective way at keeping people in fights, as is X Torrent Boat, and the way that OD is played these days is that like you kind of slowly, quietly build up stacks with the Astral and the Arcane Orb. Kind of leave for a little bit so that you keep racking up the stacks and then drop down a massive Sanity's Eclipse. In this game, I feel like any fight that breaks out is going to be over in like 15 seconds.
It's fair. It could be.
And OD's just not going to get time to get big Sanity. Because yeah, you're right. Against all these strength cores, theoretically the Sanity's Eclipse should be quite effective. Assuming that they build up the stacks.
Right, that's the big caveat. We'll have to see if Geek Fam can keep the OD alive and out of the air long enough to down the big old hammer. But going into this game at number 2, TNC definitely favorites at the moment. Have been able really number 1. They can do the same in game number 2. At least by the odds, it looked like it was favoring TNC by a slightly larger margin than that ends up meaning. Man, TNC after like disappointing through the ESL
really
qualifiers, and obviously really hoping. I wasn't really like worried that they were going to be falling off necessarily. I felt well, but like they had already secured their spot at TI because they had won the major earlier. Like they were obviously a good enough team to feel like they were trying very hard. You know, easy just messing around and stuff like that. And that to me is like an easier thing to change a little bit, you know?
Yes, but I never look at like a March lineup and think like, oh yeah, this is a team that will get kind of lazy in like a mid-season slump. March seems like an energetic enough captain that you would continuously push his teammates to success, and didn't really happen. Like even day before yesterday, they lost 2-0 to
30
Boom.
seconds to battle.
Boom's a respectable team, but like
I had a
they were like
terrarium once,
throwing
rather liked
massive
it.
leads
Well,
and stuff
except
like
with
that. I don't
mice.
know.
And a
I was pretty
chameleon.
discouraged, but
the
above anything
possibilities
else, I think
for
their drafting is
comeback are much
fantastic
the
this
same.
series.
Whitemon likes what he sees. Giggle himself on back. And over here to the side, Tim's. Oh, make it happen. This guy. Are they going to get all 4? Dude, Gabby's not going to tempt fate, but he will be able to pick it up here on Tim's. Oh, Whitemon.
Carried away.
There we go. And Carl, he's going to start talking in voice lines.
changes nothing.
I'm so glad they added all these voice lines that are the hero-specific ones. It's great.
I do agree with a lot of people that level 25 you should be able to choose your own though. See a lot more flavor come out. So mid lane it's gonna be OD versus Kunkka.
Straight to the bottom.
Lich and Ricky, which is a very, very strong lane, versus the Brewmaster and the Oracle, and then Crystal and Io. Incredibly terrifying dual lane versus the Grimstroke.
Careful about all these stacks building up right now. Cuckoo does not have a stick. He's able to back a little bit there. Probably gonna try and make sure that the camps are not blocked out fully.
Bro, he's got 4
Yeah, Cuckoo. What's happening, my man? Excuse me. He's just dead.
Mango. Yeah, what?
I take what I
First thing in the
That's
morning.
what happens.
happens?
What happens.
He even had a mango of his own, so it's not like Io coming in really made that kill happen. Gabby could have made that happen without the Io.
This changes.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on.
Alright, well, Carl doesn't mind. This is all according to plan, according to the OD.
It
What a great line.
does it.
I like that
It is.
line. I don't think I've seen OD so infrequently that I haven't seen a gold rank OD line before, but man, this changes nothing.
It's good. It's I mean, it can be used simultaneously. Like, I guess the way that you have to use it is if things are going bad, right?
I think you do.
Because you can't, like, if you get a kill and then it's like this changes nothing, you're behind like 20k. That's pretty funny too, but I don't know.
No, I like the not ironic approach where your team is feeding. You're like, whatever. Like, carry scrubs to victory.
Well, Gabby again is gonna try and go for some more pressure on with the quill spray. Don't have any more mangoes left in the tank, but Tim's does have one, so that's gonna be the main factor for them. He gets his soul.
Gabby level 3. I'm actually a big fan of how Tim's just like not soaking up.
It's not gonna work. Not gonna work.
And this is without the passive even skilled up yet from Gabby. He's still just that tanky.
Oh, he was dead.
Turning it around.
He didn't know about Quill. He didn't know about the goo. He didn't know at all. He's dead.
Blew the stick
nobody's business.
with like 3 charges at the very beginning of that gank.
Stop!
Dude, he waited for the pause afterwards.
nothing.
What the hell? How are you gonna pause? Are you gonna just like do that on the pause? Oh, I'm a big fan of Gab. I think he should be fine here, right? Look, he's got so much regen.
And he can't build up any health.
Oh, never mind. I was super wrong.
Was he like stuck? Did he not walk down?
I think that he was trying to dodge the stroke of fate, and then I didn't realize
Bottom with you.
2 hits that were coming from the tower.
Oh.
But yeah, ridiculous. That was kind of interesting right there as well. They used the ink swell on the creep because it has no cast point if you're casting it another one, or a shorter cast point if you're casting onto somebody else. But the other creeps, and then they ran away.
Straight to the bottom with you.
I always thought that a very underrated build that has not come to popularity yet, because I think it's still a possibility, is Dominator Grimstroke, because the creeps already have really high move speed from the Dominator itself. It's a perfectly good aura item. You put an ink swell on it, potential. It's there.
Sounds great. We're down. Do you get the double soul bind if you're using it with the creep? Like if you've got a dominated creep and you throw like a hurl boulder or something from a
Oh yeah, no, it'll
Tower
duplicate
is
also,
under
yeah.
attack. I
Or
have no
double
reason
nets,
to lie
yeah.
about such
I'm telling
things.
you, you're on the right wavelength with me, Gabe.
I like it. Sounds great. So far up here in the top lane, we haven't talked about much, but KP's having a great time. 19 and 3, so not really able to stop the Brewmaster from army. The big surprise to me is that Kunkka's been able to kind of make a life for himself in this. Yes, there's 8 denies on the OD, but in terms of the difference in XP, it's relatively close. So he's Armel having a really good time against what's thought of as one of the major counters for
Yeah, ever since Arcane Orb got changed, it's not as one-sided as it once was, because it's not as easy for the OD to build like a high damage advantage, because you're not just stealing int. It's still a range hero versus a melee hero. It's still a hero that like has a spammable nuke versus, you know, is fairly reliable, but
Step lively.
yeah, Armel's
Your admiral is on board.
holding his own.
way. Cuckoo stealing the boundary ribbon, saying stomped afterwards. He's been known to do. The only problem is that he's level 3 and Gabby's almost 5, so okay, that much mess here. Throws out the stomp again. Mid. Zephyr could be going for a setup play here onto Armel if he's not careful. Level 6 is there for Carl.
He's got 2 bracers. This is not an easy kill.
Can't really do out here, I guess.
And Kunkka's gonna hit level 6 off this wave, and so if they don't go now, then they're definitely not gonna be able to go afterwards.
Back play there. Armel back up for a second. Doesn't quite get that kill there, but he did get level 6. He's level 6. He's fine.
X off on the too slow from the stroke phase.
My life.
Burr gonna TP afterwards. They're just looking to make something happen anywhere. Because right now, all their lanes are at the very least breaking even. I think they spotted him too. AP likely going to play this a little bit safer now. Carl, they can do it here really. Yeah, and they're just going to back lane.
Very solid awareness. And
I don't mean to be
at this point, the bristleback
but
lane is like
Dire's bottom tower
unsalvageable.
is under
The
attack.
centaur just has to dodge it, and what the hell's Grimstroke gonna with a lane that he can't support? So roams mid, doesn't work out, immediately TP's up top, and so very, very cognizant of KP to back off.
Play there by Tim's as well. Gets the D ward after. Torrent gonna connect. Oof. Gabby gets the kill.
Confidence to not even bother going for the X. He knew the Torrent was gonna land.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I mean,
attack.
if you look at the CS
Has
right now,
that
though, it
ever
is
been
all
cause for
fam that are in the
celebration?
lead, in spite of the kill score. But I just have the feeling is good deny there onto the ward. I have this continued feeling that you're gonna have TNC hit a point in the game where it's hard for GEEK fam to fight them.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised with how it's basically the same network as me, so despite the deaths earlier on. Oh.
That kill into March.
What is
Dire's
Who
bottom tower
encouraging
is
on his
under
team there.
attack.
He's almost level 6 himself. Gabby level 7.
Baiting this. None of those are what IO wants, though. IO's, let's see. So I mean, Essence Turn got nerfed, so it's not as good. Arcane Ring's quite good on. Trouble's amazing on IO, because the potential themselves.
Really good for Oracle too.
Yeah, definitely. A Royal Jelly, solid on IO. Yeah, so far not the it's neutral.
Double picked up there.
There we go.
All right. Salve. I think the salve is actually better on Oracle because like throwing it onto a false promise target is so. Now they get Royal Jelly too. All right, this is actually the dream. That's actually so good. Cuckoo. Uh-oh. Stomp comes out. Trying to run away. Body plucks from Tim's, and now the X, the Torrent, the boat didn't have enough damage. Gabby moves in. He's up Stampede, and possibly a chance. Does he get out of there? They're still gonna run and chase him down. It looks like. Oh, Cuckoo, no. Say it ain't so. They kill off Courier. Raven took down March, but it does not matter. They lose one. Might lose more. Carl also in some trouble. Just gonna dodge back and support. It is not gonna matter. Gabby is just too tempting. Give me a third one.
Don't do it to him.
It happens yet again. Triple kill for Gabby. They lose March, but they'll take that every day of the week.
It's just a fake food soul ring bracer.
Is under
But
attack.
that's what an IO can enable a hero like this to do. That's why a hero is so strong. And that's why I'm hoping that TNC do have it in their arsenal.
Tower is under attack.
Who's
I feel
stomping
like a broken
who
record.
now?
March gonna get another D ward. They have D warded 3 of these wards. They just do not like the only vision that you have right now on Geek Fam is this mid ward by Carl. Like everything else has been shut down. Oof, oof, oof.
And Geek family don't have no choice but to put as much of a focus on this top lane they have been, because the Bristleback's unkillable, and Kunkka you can't burst him down quickly enough because your setup is an Astral, and once the Astral comes out, everyone's gonna start TPing mid, so you can't really expect this to go for the prize. So what else is left? It's just the top lane. Even then, KP he's level 6, he has the primal split, so even he's difficult to get. Which Ricky, nope. Smoke screen, so yeah, he's gonna be able to get that primal skill.
Quad stack of ancients is taken right there by the Bristleback. I don't understand how Geek Fam can like pick the Ricky and then not ban Bristleback when like, they know that I mean, we'll have to double check what that other ban was, but like they know that TNC play it. Like we've seen Gabby play this time and time again.
Well, and it's just a meta hero right now. Even without any lane specific matchups, Bristleback's just a really, really strong one position. KP takes a little. What? Dangerous.
Sorry, I just noticed that Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Things like where if I can see that that's a really good hero, probably somebody else should be able to too.
I don't mean to be alarmist.
Raven jumps out after getting a little bit aggro. They saw the realize we can't do this to him. While Cuckoo in some trouble yet again. He's gonna has Stampede available. He's gonna stick around. Stampede looking for the follow-up. This it does not feel like it's really going to work that well. March going to get jumped on. Do they take him down at the very least? It looks like they might, although it's going to now come at the cost of Cuckoo point down. They got the March kill. You can never take that away from them.
Take IO down with them. They both go top, and so time to take down this tier 1 top as Lich immediately evacuates and TP's mid. Nice torrent.
Oh man.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Real rough.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I mean, is there a point in time in which this OD like is able to carry them? Like, I guess Ricky is gonna need to just focus on everybody that's not Bristle, and then I guess you focus on Bristle with the OD.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Strategy. And all things considered, like, probably less than a 1k net worth advantage, 7-5, but it's just that the heroes don't fall off anytime soon, and GEEK don't hit a power spike anytime soon. Raven's still a long way from his diffusal only triple rate ban, so he's not going to get any sort of huge advantage. I don't think the Soulbind into Chain Frost is going to do anything. In fact, Grimstar didn't even take the Soulbind at level 6. So that's not really going to have that much of an impact. At most, it'll discourage the IO from standing too close to his Bristleback, but it's not dramatic enough to suddenly change.
March is back here hiding in the trees while KP push out the wave a little bit. They pick up some royal jelly for themselves, but all this pressure, and in the meantime, Mel and Gabby are just taking the bottom tier 1 tower, and like, with just a couple of heroes here, they have to back. They can't go down bottom, so instead they're going to try and look mid. Wow. I don't know if this is really going to work.
The discipline to not finish off that tier 1 tower. TNC right now.
Well, they throw out the Chain Frost, does not bounce. They had the boat already there. Chasing now for more Gabby. This dominable force is just going to be shoved off to the net, but they're going to be able to pull back in and kill the OD now because he used his Astral. It popped the ulti coming from the Brewmaster. They do blow up one. March is going to die, but can't they find any more afterwards? Geek fam just need to evacuate. It is too scary otherwise, although the boat flip is going to start wearing off now. The fight lasting long enough, it might end up favoring them if they can just stay away from Gabby. Gabby is who they need to run from, and looks like Carmel is going to live. And Raven tries to jump out there. Torn connects right at the end, and they kill off the Ricky. So when all is said and done, they lose both their mid and their carry for only March.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Damn.
I'm very impressed with TNC's like map movement scam. It's so different from what we saw the day before yesterday. So now Cuckoo has his invis room. Tether pops something.
Realizing there's danger there. There are a couple of wards in the area here which spot out make this 2,000 gold lead, and they're feeling quite strong, and they're just going straight Heaven's Halberd on 2 different heroes trying to deal with this OD. God, so hard to deal with. Fan brace now for Gabby.
Oh man. Yeah, everything's coming up TNC right now. Alright, so what are the opportunities for turnaround? Raven, it's getting reasonably close to finishing off the diffusal blades. That will make it easier to likely... I imagine that he's going to go on the IO. He's going to let the Centaur deal with the Oracle in the meanwhile. So if you can get rid of some of these supports, then the fight becomes easier. But you still need to hope that the rest of your team survives in the mean, because Gabby is just a wrecking ball and will just he doesn't need initiation. He's just gonna power right through your entire team. He doesn't need anyone to like get a pickoff. He's just gonna run to this Riki in the mid lane.
Strange to say.
Well, I think this is part of the reason why he ends up going for that 20 movement speed. The mana read venom.
Yeah.
It means he can stay on top of these heroes. It's so hard to deal with. March taking a kill there, and they said, all right, let's just go into Roche. Halberd is done.
Oh man,
Hype on him.
Vampire Fangs. That's the number one. And the Vampire is nice. Vampire Fangs. Basically getting a level 25 talent onto Bristleback. It is getting a level 25 talent onto Bristleback.
Strange to say, Radiant's middle tower is
Getting a little bit out of
Dire's
hand.
top tower is under attack.
I mean, again, it's only a 2,000 gold lead, but feels like right now
Radiant's
GeekFam have just no way to fight them. Like, you cannot...
I have no reason.
How do you kill this
to
Bristleback?
buy
He's got
such things.
2,000 HP, he's got 12 armor, and then an Oracle and an Isle behind him. Not to mention that he's got the Ghost Ship buff afterwards. So, like, you need to take the fight absolutely perfectly and hope that, like, TNC just stops pressing buttons.
And now you need to kill him twice. Aegis has been claimed, and meanwhile, GeekFam had no idea that they were going for Roche because they were trying to scout out all behind the tree line as a defense to see if anyone was defending this bot tier 1. No one's there, and they finally do manage to take their first tower of the game after all of their tier 1 towers have already been claimed for like 10 minutes now.
Extraordinary amount of
He actually gave the Aegis to Kunkka instead, and he's got the health reach down too.
They are radiant
God.
structures. Robust.
They're gonna glyph down here just to Carl not be able to farm for a little bit longer. Bottom lane trying to be pressured in by GeekFam. It's looking eerily similar to what happened last game, where they're just gonna have to like, except they don't have a puck this time.
In a stunning development, Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is being subjected to
Carl shows up. Oh no. Away. He's got Astral. They eventually go for it. They've got the Torn afterwards. The boat's gonna land. And, ooh, it doesn't actually quite land there. But they will go for it. And now afterwards, the Centaur is lifted up, finally able to pop that Stampede, but the stun comes out right as the Stampede did as well. So why not do his bonus change? The damage is gonna be pretty good. Oh god, that did nothing. That was not the same clips that they needed. They are gonna be able to bring down the Brewmaster, so 2 already dead. But look at Gab through all of this is still living. Armel's gonna lose his life, but it's only gonna be the Aegis. And GeekFam realized we actually can't do this. We need to get that hell out of Dodge. The chase down is coming from the big bad Bristleback, punches him dead. On top of being so hard to kill, he's got 300 damage as well.
You gotta dance.
Cuckoo. They managed to get him. They're gonna keep running. Gabby is not gonna stop for the fountain. This man is a monster, an absolute monster. He's coming for you, Whitemon. I think we were kidding. He's coming.
Turn around.
Yeah, he's got to get out of there.
is under attack.
Finally stops. There's a tier 2 to take.
Broken record.
Oh yeah. That's perhaps two or 3 tiers deep, maybe a bit too much.
He just needs the eye out there with him.
Carried away.
Just
Dire's middle tower has
6,000 gold laid out. So they might have gone a bit too far, but again, I guess
say though, I think they went just far enough.
they lost the Aegis though, right? Like that's kind of meaningful. I don't know.
Hey, he finishes off the BKB in exchange, so Armel needed to forget the slot. Yeah, the main problem is the Bristle. Bristle does throw his life away. That is a massive spree going the way of GeekFam, so that's the biggest priority. Everyone else can fall on their sword in exchange.
Yeah, he is 12 of their 15 kills right now, which is idiots.
He's participated in all 15 of their kills, actually. 12, 1, 3.
Well, they found him again. Poor Carl ran at Stampede used defensively another time. And anytime KP is just going to dance his way over that, oof. I mean, and like, this lineup from TNC does eventually fall off. So if you can delay the game, fam, I just don't see it happening right now. Oh no, Carl. Carl's supposed to go home. How'd you go that way?
This is his home. Is this not his home?
He's under attack.
Not anymore. Not if you say it's not. Honest. Well, they pull in Gabby another time. Got his Soul Crest done now as well. They beat down Tower. The Torrents.
I was
Oh,
chill.
he's pretty far back there.
Yeah.
Vicky, he's ready to jump if they want to take this fight. It's still hard though. They don't have Stampede for another 40. Goku taking a ton of damage, and Carl's starting to build up some of those stacks.
Also, they scan.
Radiant's
scan
bottom
out the
tower is
Ricky,
being
but
subjected to
Raven
extreme violence.
now hits the area.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Didn't
attack.
go Battle Fury.
Oh my god. Was that
I don't remember who it was. There's been a
Radiant's
couple.
bottom tower is under attack.
Oh man,
there
I
ever
missed the
been
gem.
cause
Okay,
for
great. Now
celebration?
he doesn't need to stay super far back because O's gonna know where this he is. It's not on him
Cut in.
the courier, but meanwhile, as is tradition for Geek fans, whenever they're falling behind, they're just trying to make space while they relocate coming in on Raven. Can he get out in time?
They're just doing this to force them off the wave, I guess, so that they can't split push them. Yeah.
Save too much. What's a? They still have a tier 2 tower. So it's like,
Whitemon, yeah, he's dead. So they do have a creep wave here, so it's going to pick back to our pretension. And Carl wasn't able to finish off the... Oh god, Zephyr. Alright, he did manage to get the Phantom's brace off though, but then the Torrent's there. Yeah, he doesn't want to dive the tier 4s. He's playing it a little bit safe now, TNC.
It would appear.
I'm wondering again, like if the Viper would have been sort of an... I guess though that you still have the damage, even if you break him.
yeah. And it's just, it would be one hero. And he breaks it, but like, at most that makes Ricky deal damage. The other heroes still can't deal damage to him. It's not really going to be like that much.
Radiant's
The
top
lanes
tower is
just need
under
to get
attack.
better. And so,
And not in a good
Goku
way.
probably shouldn't have died as many times as it happened against the Bristleback. That was definitely a disadvantage. They last picked the OD, right? That was the 22nd.
Yeah.
That didn't really seem like that great of an answer to... I don't know why Razor is just like not a popular hero right now. I feel like there have been so many lineups in which Razor would be so good against these melee cores,
Right.
but they're just never selected.
I don't know. I mean, it could be a player comfort thing too. Like, I think that Razor is a hero that you should be able to play with anybody, but a lot of people don't feel like super comfortable
Yeah.
because, like, I don't know, it might not be their style or whatever. But the other thing is that I think the real problem was they just needed to ban the Bristle. Whatever it was, I gotta check what the other ban was at the time because I don't know. Like this to me feels like they should know TNC play it.
Dyer's bottom tower
But
has fallen.
regardless, it cannot end up happening, and they're gonna walk up high ground yet again. Not really concerned about anything. Side.
Dear me. Dyer's middle barracks.
It looks like last ban terribly, which also would have been scary, but
Not nearly as scary as the Bristle.
This is a sorry state
okay.
of affairs.
Astral trying to build up some stacks, get a Sanity's Eclipse going. He's got a Hurricane Pike. Got another Tolt there onto Centaur, and they're gonna decide to back out. So maybe get a bit barrack. High ground a little bit if you're Geek fam here. That's going on.
And they're moving. All these creep cuts are, in the pockets of Geek Fam. Been and who've been doing a lot of the creep cutting, so it's not like it's going in the hands of useless supports who can't really do much. So it's they're buying time. Although Roche now, it's a late Roche. Okay, so even more time bought. 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
The Bristle Ag time. That'd be super nice. I actually think it's pretty good against like OD because it gives you a little bit of that int to help deal with this. You can just kind of stay there and say, come in with me.
Greater Fairy Fire. Get up. Get up. No. Now, I have no idea how you get this attack.
They basically have to hope for a DC. That's what it seems like. Happen naturally.
TNC's used score into the superior communication platform. DC's according to March at least.
Okay, up towards top to try and stop them from having to deal with the lanes. That courier up on high check. Gonna pull themselves back together again. And then Raven is gonna be pushing this one out. He's got himself the Orb of Destruction also. Nice. And we'll be able to have a Manta style done in a second, but Radiance just finished now on the Kunkka.
Oh, okay. I was thinking either the Bristle or the Kunkka should complete it, and yeah, Kunkka going for it is definitely a significant
Radiant's
change in
top tower is
survivability
under
and
attack.
damage.
And not in a good way.
Letting all their creep die, and they don't do anything about
Here,
it.
Radiant's
Like,
top
not
tower is under attack.
any of the waves. Just all. What is there to gain by sitting in Geek Fam's jungle right now? Do you really think Geek Fam is going into their probably? And then why do they need farming jungle? You've already all of your tier 3 neutral item. Okay, never mind. They have one more that they.
I think they're waiting for that Roche, and like because it's a long spawn, it kind of sucks. Oh, excuse me. I got some allergies. Woo.
Thankfully,
Pleasure, boy.
surprisingly good. All my pets have like pollen and grass and dust, and it's chilling.
I've got right now it's getting close to growing season, farmland around me, so it's
This is bad to the world to be randomly sneezing. Let me tell you.
oh, every time I'm down the street, like people just give me
Radiant's bottom
my
tower is
sneezing.
being
Oh,
subjected
walking my
to
dog, trying to
extreme
stay away from people.
Oh no.
Flowering. Bad.
Radiant's
I
bottom
say out loud,
tower
oh man, allergies. Like, you know, way louder than I actually need to.
Oh, is it pollen season, man? This
Please don't shoot me.
it's
White Mon.
White Mon trying to get some wards down. Nice dodge by
Okay,
Tens.
soul binds. Oh, banished soul binds. Rarely seen. Not the greatest. Oh, geez. And now OD.
See it.
Oh, Hurricane Pike up to the high. Disarm on him though, so we can throw out the right clicks. Now he can cut afterwards. I build up stack, but it's high. Counter.
Roches up.
Yeah, that's. At least they didn't throw the Chain Frost at the same time. And it is level 2 Chain Frost. Super good scaling on ability.
Yeah, and it's not going to matter too because the blind's going to be up again by the time TNC finished. Take back for the next siege. And I don't really think they were going to win that fight anyway. Even if they did perfect soul damage. Because I don't think we saw KP use the pipe the first time that it happened.
Right, yeah, last time around. A lot of the other heroes took a lot of... That's the thing, right? You've got BKB on the Kunkka Bristleback, and then March is going to be able to take somebody, and if he needs to, he could also false promise them. So really, it would just be one hero that would be taking a lot of damage, and if you're Brew, like, you can pop the pipe or pop your ulti or whatever. So I think that there is still something to be said for, like, if as long as they don't all group together and just, like, not press their abilities, they're probably going to be fine.
Dyer's middle
they got 2
barracks
creep waves.
are under attack.
One on the top should be
This is
breaking
a
backdoor
sorry
protection
state of
first.
affairs.
And no one's really protecting it though, so the Zephyr's gonna get a Stroke's Fate, or he's too focused on getting Soulbind. Alright, I respect it.
Oh no, he doesn't have any way to break this. He's just gonna get torrented. Doesn't decide to go in. Disarm. Well, they got round 2 disarm if they want to use it. Hurricane Pike pushbacks. Still disarm. This Pike has been disarmed for a cool minute. There's gonna be the Astral. Now an X torrent yet again. He's got KB if he wants to use it.
Dyer's middle
Importantly, he does not have a way to right-click heroes. All. Can't happen. Evan. Top bird.
Their damn stall this thing out is being activated on Carl to not get cycloned.
Chasing. Well, I mean, they just back out. BKB is used. They denied the barracks.
Alright, nice.
Well done. Alright, well, another banishment.
He got 16 stacks of Sanity's Eclipse. This is pretty respectable. This is the kind of long fight that an OD needs.
Oh, they double mangoed, though, on the Gabby just to make sure that he didn't get caught. Ugh.
Death's bounty.
That is tough.
So both teams blow Glyph, but they still have the Aegis on Armel, so for a all these Sandy's Eclipse stats to burn off on OD, which they will right about now. It's back to normal.
I was meant
So
to have
Zephyr setting up little. Thought he was gonna go hide in the trees and wait for a good.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Has that ever been cause for
I think his higher
celebration?
priority is trying to make sure that these creep waves don't come into the base. I don't know what they're waiting for. This Ricky's like, yeah, he's successfully pushing down a bot
Radiant's
now
bottom tower
because
has fallen.
all of TNC are just
Seems
dancing
to be
around.
the day for it.
They smoke up. What are they trying to do? Why?
I told you, it's a grudge match. They want to go kill Raven and Cuckoo like
TNC's
18 times
honor.
this game. Exactly. No.
Maybe that's what it is.
he
The
left.
TNC sponsors are like, we'll give you like an extra $50 every single time you kill Raven. Oh,
No.
Carl, what are you doing?
BKB, run away. He's
Why
just
isn't that
like, where do I
teammate?
go? Oh, the bash! No, the bash! He's gotta run! Get out of there, Carl!
He doesn't have a
Oh, where are you
blink or
gonna go?
anything.
And Carl
Big
God!
plays.
Dyer's middle
What a player!
On.
And back on here! Look at
Oh
it!
my!
Caught with the chain frost, dude! They're gonna kill him!
Wow.
Gabby goes down to 1,000 gold to Raven. All right, TNC, y'all messed up. Raven was here. Raven knew what was happening. Give him the tip. That's right, Cuckoo. Oh man.
What? Why would they go bot? Who cares if a Ricky is pushing bot? How is that an issue for you at all? And all 5 heroes went.
This is where the throw begins. This is where it happens.
Oh man, a
right here, right now.
The one hero,
Yeah.
the nullifier is actually viable on Ricky.
I mean, it's so good against all of these heals too. Like for March, I guess the thing is that Purifying Flames, it's going to take off the heals that comes out from it. But the other thing is like, you could hypothetically have a world where Purifying Flames the IO and then he lane whoever's out there, but whoever gets nullified is probably not going to be able to be healed. There's still the burst heal, so you just basically need to deal with the IO afterward.
Yeah,
Still so hard. Ugh.
it's still very hard, but also this is the TNC that I was expecting to see, because it was that questionable decision making that was their downfall earlier in this tournament. And again, like there's minimal justification for a 3-man smoke, 2-man relocate, all into a lane that is not a high priority. Like even if Ricky does manage to get to high ground, Ricky is not that strong of a split pusher. He has a Manta style, didn't even have Nullifier completed yet. He did not have that much damage. Orb of Destruction doesn't even, I don't actually know if, does Orb of Destruction work on towers?
Good. I don't see why it wouldn't.
I
Say-
don't,
Here's the
remember.
target's arm.
because Dragon Scale specifically says that it works. I think it does work on towers, but even then, he's not that strong of a spell. So at most, you have Kanka X TP himself down there, or you just relocate the IO person back down there just to push out the wave. You don't need to kill anyone. No one needs to die. You have such a massive advantage. And they throw all of it onto the worst possible hero. They give it to the Ricky, who manages to make 1,300 gold in the span of like 5 seconds.
Dude, and the other thing is like, the bigger thing is that experience gain. Look at that
Oh, yeah,
graph,
also
the fall
true.
off from it. It's insane. All of a sudden you're starting to catch up and they're gonna get their like level 20s coming up pretty soon as well.
And now TNC like
This could happen.
lose all of their momentum. They lost all of their map control. They lost all of their like positional advantage. They don't even have control of both outposts. They were like 13k net worth up, and now they are stuck on their side of the map. They're gonna smoke up now. And
Air smoke moving across the map. The Aegis is gonna expire in 15 seconds.
Armel has a sheep stick though. That's pretty sweet.
I mean, again, like, by all means, this is still so heavily favored towards TNC winning the game.
Correct.
But it's throwable. We've said this before. We've seen this before. It can happen. Aegis expires right now as he thinks about going onto this OD. He's gonna reveal himself there mid. Back out afterwards. Stuff. Scary, scary stuff. If you are GEEK, or rather TNC,
Kind of split right now, but it's okay because it's the IO who can relocate. But as long as these other 3 heroes stick together, then nothing terrifying should happen.
really need to get Whitemon's level. So much more damage for all of these bounces.
Oh my gosh, Io has a BKB also now. Yep. Okay. Basically. Oh wait, they lost the gem also because wait,
Yeah.
KP. Wait, KP has a gem. What happened to
Step
the gem?
lively now.
I see a
Your
gem.
admiral is on board.
No, not sure. They probably left it in Fountain.
Radiant's top
Unless
tower
if
is
OD was
under attack.
carrying the gem and when he died,
Not
oh wait, he didn't die. I don't know how they got the gem back. Alright, whatever the case, next, she, the Rick, to the boat.
Okay, Raven tricks the trade, jumps over to his buddy.
Nice.
Having to get out of there again.
Nice.
Again. They have some vision on it. But the relocate away! Oh no, it didn't matter. It almost did. I thought that he was pointing the Kunkka with.
Alright, well, he does have bomb time. That it costs split.
Pinging, they're pinging. Whitemon peeing out. Zephyr trying to escape as well. Bounty rune on the way. Nice.
Alright, please get a creep wave to take off backdoor protection. They have these two C troops in mid.
Radiant's
If
top
they let these
tower
die,
has
though.
Yeah, they're not
fallen.
protecting it, but it doesn't seem like he can. Lich can't do anything about that.
Backdoor protection taken off. TNC again, very slow to push as they get in there. Nice jump in. Stunned for the moment, but they don't really have much in the way of being able to take this fight. BKB was used by Armel. Maybe a chance here if they wanted to buy back on the Ricky and have the double chain frost as well. Banishment. 1 round, 2 rounds, building up some stacks. BKB, he turned to the fight. Double chain frost gonna go out onto all of them. The same. Doing a bit of damage, but these are lasting so long. But Kunkka now gets blown up, gets the cheese afterwards. Smoke cloud is down. BKB used by Gabby. They have to go for a second round of this. I don't think they pick the damage that they need to vote. Full 4 staff to live. Great 4 staff. Now their carry does not get taken down. It was a buyback from the Lich.
And the Ricky,
TNC.
he almost has his natural respawn, but he had to buy back there.
They
Radiant's top
do
tower
manage
is
to
under
hold
attack.
for the moment,
And not
although it was real expensive.
Yeah. But it's still, they're managing to withstand after having such a net worth disadvantage, and it only costs them 1 BKB. They managed to make Kunkka use the cheese. So it's becoming more and more likely that that this OD is, I mean, now that he has the Aghanim Scepter, it's not that outlandish that Insanity's Eclipse could start one-shotting this, these backline room down Kunkka or Bristleback anytime soon, but that's not really a big improvement for these heal. All this much easier for GEEK fans.
High ground, gonna try and take over this outpost since they don't have one right now. Shows himself on the other side. Tim, Armel take this one down while Cuckoo's standing up there being a ward for a moment, and they're gonna push out the waves again. Like, now if you're GEEK fan, I mean, it
Stop
was feeling awful before.
Following them. Oh, TNC keep following. They're like a moth to a flame. Every single time a GEEK fan hero shows up, they're like, ooh, let's kill him. They have this massive creep wave up top. Not massive, but they have like a reasonable creep wave up top. Just follow it. You will win a race if all of a sudden GEEK fans want to feel like going for their own tier 3. You have IO relocate. What's the worst that could happen?
It feels like it's a very methodical game plan. Keep the waves pushed out, then go high ground. Keep the waves pushed out, then go high ground. And it by and large, but the problem is that when they've been going high ground, the team fights have been getting a little bit too long. Roche is now going to respawn. It's going to be an Aghanim Scepter. They decide to go for it. I actually kind of like it on KP in this instance.
range disabled.
Personally, it could be cool on Kunkka too.
Yeah, they have a lot of
Wait a minute. In the Roche pit, gotta be careful here, guys. Banishing Armel. They have BKBs available. Blink from KP could come out. Cuckoo looking for their opening a second round. They've got great vision over here. Abyssal Blade gonna be used, saving Whitemon for the moment. Can they get him down and away? Stampede out of there. Whitemon lives. But they did force out the Stampede, and now they have to back.
He's critical. The Lich, like, you, both the supports, you need that Chain Frost Soulbind, otherwise you're not gonna win the fight. So Stampede's forced out, and they're not able to successfully discourage this Roche, but it was a good attack.
To the Radiant.
They give it to Bristle.
There
Yeah, I get him
appears
stuff
to
to
be
Bristle.
cheese in
You get
the
to see it.
lava.
Get to see
It's up. So if he wants to do that, he can be like running around constant crazy amounts of stacks.
Yeah.
But the plus side of it, or the weird thing about it, is that you do want to right click, because once you pick enough of them, you start actually like doing a lot of damage. Looks like both of those outposts are now going to go for TNC. Gonna try and escape from this area.
Bounty.
Found it, looks like. 40-minute mark.
Okay, this is the double siege crate wave. One of them needs to stay protected. I swear to God, if all these waves die,
They're gonna die because the TNC are gonna try and get all their 40-minute items. I think that's what's gonna happen here. See.
go for it.
I think that's what's gonna happen. Oh, Armel going for the Tidebringer Cleave talent. 80%.
When you have a bristleback on your team.
Straight to the bottom
Let's hope
with you.
it left no little ones behind.
Yeah, I think bristleback teleported it to the fountain, and then Kunkka was trying to get the relic onto his courier.
Time and afterwards.
Just stay blind. Make sure this creep wave stays alive. I don't care about the other two of them. Let Carl push top. I don't really care if he manages to make his way all the way to the tower.
There. Keep pressure on relocate. Use Carl trying to run away. Stampede out. Will have many heroes back to defend afterward. Here, Grimstroke and wave. They're not here to take down the wave yet.
Nope.
Looks like TNC are going to be able to move in now and take down these racks. At least one lane. Too hard to fight into this one for the moment. Throw on the extra bit of damage. Not quite level 18 yet on the Lich. Soulbind out again. Onto 2. Chain Frost. Is it going to be used yet? I didn't end up seeing that one. Whitemon trying to throw it out, but it didn't end up doing anything at all. So no extra Chain Frost damage.
Killed Io, and he can't relocate because they relocated top to stop OD.
Okay, so no Io. And now Cuckoo, seeing if they can keep anybody else back. March also goes down. Raven over to the side, finds Tims. Tims forced out the BKB, and then Raven's just going to back away for the moment. So Raven picking up a couple kills along the way. It's like the TNC are somewhat forced back. They did get the racks.
Finally. Mid-racks also fully. So, 2 lanes are going to be pressured. Now it'll be very, very easy to not have to be concerned about side lanes being split pushed by the Ricky or the OD. You can just dedicate all of your energy onto this top lane. They did go. They still have Aegis. So they have Aegis. Do they have the cheese still also? Yes, they have the cheese on Tims. So you still have all of your resources available.
Here top.
Your admiral is on board.
Now moving in and probably be able to take back over this area. Shaco, not the greatest thing about it. Other items that were side of
Union has all of theirs. Fem, we're missing 1.
Ninja Gear is pretty nice on Ricky.
Yeah, very nice. I imagine that's the reason why Orpha got caught off guard.
Top lane. One in, seeing what they can do. Get banished right at the start of this one. They can start building up some of these aspects. Love to stop this pressure, but it is not easy in the last bit. Torrent just stands blindly on to Cuckoo. Now the forward Soulbind. Do they anything afterwards? Trying to find angle. They throw it out. No stun for the moment. Finally, he's able to get that ship out. And now the double bounce between the two of them. Any damage at all. Cuckoo getting ran. That has to be and run away from there. Carl still no extra damage to throw because the Sandy's Eclipse has already been used.
Raven, he's going in.
Okay. Look for it. Oh, bash. The first Raven trying to turn now onto Gabby, but this is a bristleback that he's trying to hit from the back as Ricky, and it looks like they're all one by one. X and killed. OD has buyback available. They've already taken the TNC tower. Raven now turning onto Tim. Silence trying to come off. Big stun coming from Cuckoo, but do they have anything else left in the tank? They don't have actually a Brewmaster split, so KP is going to fall, and Gabby also under fire. The reference coming in, marches there, though he does not have his ultimate, but he does have Fate's Edict. The high ground stomp is going to be there. Cuckoo taking a ton of damage. In the midst of all this, they pull him back in enough around it. They soulbind it onto nothing. Gabby is too big and too bad to be taken down and killed. Cuckoo looking to finish him off, but it ain't happening in the midst of the fight. Gabby Cuckoo are alive as this man back when he tried to go for it, back out, not going to quite be there in time. Finally, they're trying to kill him off. Is it going to be enough? He isn't quite going down. The buff comes out right in the end. Turn around, Abyssal is available. Save him afterwards with March. It finally came off cooldown, the false promise. Carl appreciating greatness as Gabby is going to live. He will not be denied. This man turn around on Cuckoo yet again as they take him down. And finally, it's going to be time to call GG. As at the end of all of it, as the Abyssal Blade comes out, Gabby was too strong and too difficult to kill.
Which has been the case for the past 15 minutes. I think TNC made that way harder than it needed to be. And again, like, it's mostly because of the fact that GEEK were just great at trailing TNC all around the map and making them feel obligated to stop these split push attacks.